Rochester in Karen's Corner. I hope you're having a great day. Today is the 23rd day of 365 Ways to Change Your Life. I've been going over a couple different books, Wayne Dyer, Suzanne Summers, Marianne Williamson, and they're all inspirational spiritual teachers that I feel have great messages to give out. And so today we're going over the 23rd day of 365 Ways to Change Your Life with Suzanne Summers. I wrote about this in my book After the Fall, but I think it bears repeating. When feelings are not dealt with, they will manifest themselves in other ways, yet we continue to pretend that life is something other than what it really is, all because of fear. What are we afraid of? I believe we're afraid of the truth, because once we face the naked truth about ourselves and our feelings, we will have to act on those feelings, which will bring about change. Change is difficult because it's unknown, and the unknown is not safe. There is risk. Maybe things won't get better, or maybe they'll get worse. So rather than take the risk, it is easier and safer to stick to the status quo. We create uncomfortable little boxes for ourselves to live in. While we're in these boxes, we are depressed, angry, unfulfilled, controlled, abused, creatively stifled, loveless, sexually deprived, unhappy, or lonely. But at least we feel safe. We didn't have to take a chance. We never had to live a life full of danger. Avoiding these feelings becomes our safety net. We can't fall, but then again, we also can't fly. Is this our purpose? We are sure only of the life we are living right now. Why risk not making the most of it? No one ever says on their deathbed, "I wish I had worked more." But often you hear the person's last words were full of remorse that they did not spend more time with their families. This life is your greatest opportunity. Don't blow it. Don't wait until it's too late to redeem wasted time. Make every encounter count. Use every opportunity to be a better person. Make this your priority and watch your life fall into place. This ties in with yesterday's message about being truthful to your feelings and really going with what you believe. And we always, when someone passes, even my father recently passed, and, there are things that I wish I would have talked to him about, but at the time, even we all deal with fear. And I just feared going to that subject. So, but here I am now, wishing that I had been brave enough to have the conversation, because I could have had the conversation. And it was just my fear that stopped me, like it stopped so many of us from doing all kinds of things, whether it's a conversation or going, and hiking up a mountain or bungee jumping or, whatever your fear is. Maybe talking to a boy or a girl that you want to talk to, but you're fearful of it, you don't do it, or applying for a job that you really want, but then again, you're afraid to leave the job you have. There's all kinds of fears that we all deal with daily, and fear is one of our biggest enemies. We have to get away from fear as much as we can, and it's very strong and it gets a hold of us. And we have to acknowledge that we're being fearful at that moment and make a choice, a conscious choice, to ignore the fear. You have to move beyond the fear, or otherwise we don't get anywhere. We're stifled. And being stifled is not going to, help us grow or help us be happy in any way, shape, or form. So if there's anything that you can take from today's message, again, it's to avoid fear. Stay away from fear. Don't even let, fear will come in, but you got to push it off in that corner in the back of your mind. Okay, yeah, I might be scared of this, but I'm going to go forward anyway. I'm going to jump, because usually when we jump and we have fears of jumping in whatever direction we're going to go in, we fear there's not going to be that trampoline or that safety net or, something to catch us. We fear we're going to fall smack down like hundreds and hundreds of flights off a building and we're going to land just flat. splat on our face. And, you know, how often does that happen? Pretty much never. We're always okay in one way, shape, or form. Nothing is ever as bad as we think it's going to be, and we need to remember that. So please take from today's message to work on your fear. Every day a little bit more. Let's say you're afraid of public speaking. Go take a public speaking class. Let's say you're afraid of talking to the opposite sex. Go to a meetup group and mingle with people and start conversing with people that maybe you're not interested in dating or whatever, but just get used to talking to that person of the opposite sex. And, you know, if you're fearful of leaving your job, you know, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't try to make that move. So apply to those jobs. Go on those interviews. Each one, even if you don't get the job, you are preparing yourself for getting that right job, and you're getting experience with interviewing. And, you know, to be an excellent interviewer is something great, and you shouldn't be afraid of going on these interviews. You know, a job interview shouldn't be just them interviewing you. Really, a job interview should be you interviewing them. Do you want to work there? Are these people that you can see yourself with? Because we're at our jobs a great deal. And if we're somewhere we don't want to be, then it'll just be another miserable situation that you don't want to be in. So make sure that you really want to go to that job that you're going to. Whatever your fear is, take a small step to overcome it. And little by little, you will find that your fear starts to fade away until eventually it's barely there. You know, it might be there, but it's like way in the back of your mind, and you can still move on and go on without that fear. This is Karen Lambert with Loving Rochester, and today is the 23rd day of 365 Ways to Change Your Life. I hope you have an excellent day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And be sure to like and subscribe, and like us on Facebook. We're on Facebook, Loving Rochester. We're on YouTube, Loving Rochester, and we're on lovingrochester.com. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you, and have a great day.